I'm going to do a video today to show you how to remove the complete front of a Squire Padlock. Pull out the pins and then cut some Perspex and put a false clear front on it so you can see all the levers, and it'll help you practice how to pick it. So the video is going to drag on a bit, so I'm going to do it in stages. So first of all, I'm just going to go and grind off. I'm just going to go and grind off these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rivets. So once you've ground your rivets off, what you need to do, I've already took the front plate off, but if you put a screwdriver, I'll come round and show you this way. If you put the screwdriver at the top part and just keep resting it onto the shackle and just keep twisting it, eventually it will work loose at the top, and then just put your screwdriver in the side and work your way around, all the way around till it comes off. So then you've got your plate off now. That's the workings inside. So when I first did it, what I tried to do is when I ground the rivets off the front, I tried to tap them out. You can't do that because if you look at the rivets, they're a smaller diameter at the top and then a bigger one in the middle. So you can't tap them out from the back or the front. What you need to do is you need to prise the front off like I have, and then literally pull them out with mole grips. But obviously, before you try to pull them out, you need to grind the rivets off at the back. So I'm going to do that next and I'll get back to you. So the lock's all been stripped down. Everything comes out. You don't need any screwdrivers or any tools. All the components come out one at a time. Just remember what order to put the levers back in, because obviously if you put them in the wrong order, the key won't work. So this is your main back plate now. I've ground those 5 rivets off. Now what you need to do is you can either get some mole grips and pull out the ones you need, but they are really tight, or go back to the bench and just get a punch and just tap those 5 out. So I'll go and tap those 5 out now, and I'll show you the next stage after. Right, I've punched those rivets out, as you can see. Whatever you do, leave those free and you don't need to remove those. So it's ready to put back together now. So the first thing you do is put that on, because that's what slides across. And then you need to put your levers back in. But a bit fiddly to do. You've got to put it on there and then hook that spring over that one there, if you can see that. Then push it down. So that with the other 3. And that's all your levers back on. Hopefully I've put them back on the right order and the key should move them. There we go. Simple as that. Right, now you've got all your levers on, you can start assembling it. So you need to put 4 M3 by 20 bolts in the bottom. That hole at the top, which is for the latch, that needs a bigger bolt. You need either put an M4 or an M5 in, but we'll do that in a bit. So that's your bolts in. So you hook that round the bottom too, and just clip it onto those 2 bolts there, like so. Now that's done, you've got to be careful when you lift it up because they'll still drop out. So that's in place now. And then you need to put that on as well. So that just hooks over those 2 there and clips into there. And that holds everything in place. So the next stage is to put the front on. Again, it's a bit fiddly. Just got to get that one. There we go. So that's the front on. So obviously M3 nuts to go onto your bolts. God, it is so fiddly. Try that one first. Move on if one plays up. You get there in the end. I don't want to cross thread it. So you know what? It's because I've got sausage fingers. That's the problem with me. And then just that last one there. See, obviously, once this is done, what I'd do is I'd remove one at a time and swap them round. So the bolts are at the back and have your pan heads at the front. So that's it assembled. So next you've got to put your latch on. So if you put that on there, it's probably a bit loose, this bolt. It's an M4. You're probably better off with an M5. So put that in there. And that's it, back together. Obviously you tighten them up. So that's it in the open position. And that's locked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a Perspex front for it. So you can remove them, stick a Perspex front on it, and if you've never picked one before, you can see exactly what you're doing. And then when you've finished and you've cracked it, remove those bolts, stick the original back on, tighten it all up, and you've still got a working padlock. Obviously, it's not secure because people could just undo them bolts. Right, I've made the Perspex front for it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bolt it all back together properly, tighten it all up, and just demonstrate turning the key and showing you how the lever's moving. There you go, that's it completed. That's it with the clear front on. Show you the key. So it's open. And closed. And once you've learnt to pick it, you can easily remove those nuts and bolts, stick the original front back on, and then have a go at picking it blind. I'll do another video later of me picking it with the clear front on and with the blank front on. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra a bit.